I do the shoulder lean. I hit that shoulder lean. Ah, then that soldier boy. I hit that shoulder lean. And then that soldier boy. You know the DJs, we be dancing, we be trolling boys. Hey! We are back. And we are amped up because we are meme coin traders. We trade Bitcoins just like your president. President, what's the next meme? Let's go.
Oh man, another beautiful day in the Matrix, man. What a crazy past couple days. Always something popping up, man. I love this stuff, dude. And some of these chats are funny. Fishing Camo Joe, what the fudge? He's probably talking about the thumbnail. Here's the thing about these thumbnails. I always like we always troll people, but if we put a very happy-go-lucky thumbnail, none of you guys would care. But if I put something that gets you fired up and angry, you always jump into this stuff. So it is what it is. I think one of these days we're gonna do like an overboard live stream, and yeah, it's gonna be fun. So good to see you, camming fishing. Oh, Hex OG. Yep. Didn't like the title. Is Pulsechain a scam?
We'll find out on this episode.
Do you
Okay.
still believe in X or it lost momentum? I'm really
Good
curious.
question.
That's a good question. Do I still
Yeah,
believe in tying up?
we should explore that. I don't know, Chris. I feel like you said something today. Maybe you redacted something about how you feel. I want to get into your feelings today, Chris, about Titan X, because everyone's in their feelings about Titan X. So we got to explore that.
Yeah, we'll talk about tying X later on the live stream. So tweet this out. We'll talk about tying X, and we'll go over some price charts. Good to see you, Mac. Axel, good stuff. Shout out to Goo God, the homie, the Goo God, who's a degen, but a degen no more. Just kidding, still a degen. Still a degen no more. Breath, thank you, Chris and Trey, for everything. Been a follower since summer. Breath, always good to see you. You're in every single one. Mark, what do you think about RH's tweet about PDI today? Yeah, we got to talk about PDI because we haven't really been talking about Pulsechain stuff because we've been running around like a bunch of baboons. So we need to talk about that. And then Locoto, one of the hardest core degens I've ever met. Shout out to my man. So good stuff, guys. So
He's like the one who shares our post every time consistently. Loco Toe, thank you very much. Every time the stream starts, this man does his job as an awesome DJ and shares. Thank you for sharing. That's why we're here, to share with each other.
absolutely. And hey, guys, just do me a favor. Please follow Locoto. The guy's an absolute legend. Awesome dude. Good stuff. So yeah, we'll go through all this stuff. I need to talk about PDI and Pulsechain because on the the late not the late night base, no, the next layer we were going to talk about it, and the next an AI popped in, so that was crazy. And guys, if you guys want to watch that last live stream, we were literally talking to an AI for about 30 minutes. That was probably the most mind-baffling, scariest thing I've ever seen. So cool. All right, let's just get in and talk about what's going on with the tweet of the day. The tweet of the day. All right, I'm going to bring this tweet up right here, put us down at the bottom. Oh, sorry, I got to get rid of the chat. All right. So Richard typed, so this coin is up 2 million%, 547 days. Ethereum might have some free coins waiting for you, but few people know about it, which I'd say is proof y'all could benefit from doing some marketing. This is the free DAI and Pulsechain. Insane gains are cooler when people know about them. Long story short, this is like the 8th time Richard Hart shill PDI. I usually keep this up. Richard Hart shill PDI almost 8 times. He shilled PWBTC like 6 times. Like literally here's the tweet. I'm not gonna make a huge fuss about it. I know you guys want to jump up and down and start screaming, but long story short, he's shilling the PRC20s to onboard people to Pulsechain. If they have a bag on Pulsechain, what will they do? Bridge from Ethereum, go on to Pulsechain, learn PulseX, learn the bridge, check out the blockchain. Will some people bridge their funds off? Of course, it always happens. But the bet is a majority of the people will stay on Pulsechain. If PDI hits $1, you're going to have a lot of people with a lot of stablecoin on top of Pulsechain. If if P-Link pairs with E-Link, you're going to have a lot of people with P-Link bags that have the same value as P-Link on Pulsechain. So the main point I'm just trying to get across is he's using the PRC20s as an onboarding tool. And this is something we talked about for almost 2 years. Me and Trey talked about this. This is the ultimate onboarding thing. And we can talk about liquidity and all that stuff. Trey Souls, your thoughts?
It just pings me back to one of our very first conversations, I guess close to 2 years ago now, bro. And man, in 547 days, likely. And I just remember you were like, "This is it." You called me and you said, "This is it. Congratulations, we won." And at that moment, I knew, bro. I knew that you said these most popular PRC20s are going to be the ones. And what has he been talking about the last 2 days? PRC20s. He talked about wrap Bitcoin yesterday. He's talking about PDI today, free die, PDI, whatever you want to call it. It's there. And now it's set in stone. It is free marketing. And now it is up to us, right? It's up to all of us to finally get on the same wave the verse has been on for 2 years and actually now go market it. That's what they're saying. That's what he's saying. So who's
Yeah.
been talking about it? B Roots, Ian, us, all the PDI guys, Decentralized Me, Huddlenomics, Nine Iron Capital, Mewtwo, the Maria devs, Zach. These guys are your marketers. So,
Yeah.
we've been that media arm. And now the point is if you've got people on the Ethereum blockchain that they need to know about this. And you got to start putting the word out. So I get
Yeah.
it. Some people don't think mailers are effective and stuff, but we are the media.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I agree. No, those are great points. And then I just want to bring up this comment from Joe. I mean, I don't know. He might be trolling a little bit. It is what it is. But see, this is whether or not Joe's a Hex or Pulsechain Maxi. I would say there's probably a 70% chance. And this is why a lot of these Hex and Pulsechain Maxis lose every single time, because when it came to speculation, projects like PTGC, Atropa, PDI, PRAP, BTC, Rocket ETH, what's another one? UFO, Teddy Bear, all of these coins, they always blow up in their face. So the degens on the chain, believe it or not, have more pulse than the hardcore Hex Pulsechain Maxis that attack people for building on the chain. So I mean, it is what it is. And to be honest, like whatever Joe's saying here, whether or not he's trolling or being for real, he's wrong, because what onboarded more people onto Pulsechain and what was my selling point to a lot of people is PDI. The PDI narrative caught everybody's attention. Nobody cares about your uh Ethereum layer 1 steady stake fork, your Pulsex, your Pulsechain fork, yada yada yada. Well, congratulations. There's 60 L1s. There's hundreds of dexes across the board. Every single DeFi component that was successful in the last market, there's 20 versions of them now. So now what you're looking at is you're seeing all these clones and you're not finding something that sticks out. What sticks out on Pulsechain? The PRC20s, and it will continue to be that way. Plus, on top of that, I remember buying a million PDI for $28 a pop. So, I mean,
Yo,
to be
and I
honest,
love that. I love that you say that too, and I love that we have the speculation that PRCs are and that Pulse Chain is going to run a little bit later in the market, which gets me super excited about Pulse Chain because Pulse Chain will have its own meme coin season, dude, and we don't even know what that's going to look like yet because I know for a fact builders are going to build MemeFi onto Pulse Chain that also uses interoperability protocols to take this over to base, to take it through the Titan X route. Dude, there's so many different ways this thing can be innovated on. And it's great that the PRC20 narrative buys us time to have a separate meme coin run when that die does peg. So that's exciting to me. That's one thing that gets me fired up because I think most of the memes on Pulse Chain right now, I'm skeptical on. I don't know who's involved. I don't know who's launching them. You got random ones coming up every day. But once you have that solidified liquidity in the ecosystem, I think that meme coin run's going to happen. It's going to be sick, dude.
yeah. And the main point I also want to say, just before we get on and do the thing and talk about charts and stuff, we need to talk about Miggles right after this. I know that this is Pulsechain Miggles and Titan X type of. We'll talk about a little bit of everything, but I want to go through our meme coin plays since we just had Miggles pop off. I can already see it happening. What was I saying? Oh yeah, Pulsechain bottomed out PDI's up 2,000,000%. PTGC's up, I don't know, it's like 1,000,000% or something crazy like that. We got into PTGC at 33K. So the main point I'm trying to say is if Pulsechain and Pulsex were to run, just based off of Hart's law, PDI is going to go higher. PTGC is going to go higher. Tropa is going to go higher. A lot of these assets are going to go higher. So what I suggest is, you should always have a good strategy where a majority of your value or monetary value is in really big assets. But there's nothing wrong with taking a small portion of your portfolio and having some fun with meme coins or altcoins or new narratives. I probably would stay away from pump fund, in my opinion, because pump fund is getting really out of hand. They have like 6 million coins, so those aren't going to do well. But like meme coins with traditional community. So yeah, I'm gonna wrap that up. All right, any last thoughts before we keep it moving?
No, I like where we're headed. Let's keep moving.
All right, now I need to talk about this tweet, and I need to brag about this tweet. So because this tweet was right on the money. I never like this is crazy, and I'm just gonna show you guys just so you know that I'm not capping. So let me come down here real quick, and then I'm gonna do a quick screen share. All right. So if you guys have been following us in the past, we do have meme coin bags, and we always look at the best meme coins that we think are going to do extremely well. We were talking about Miggles at about anywhere from a $7 million to $12 million market cap. We kept talking, kept talking about it. Now Miggles came down here, chart bottomed out. I said, hey, this is a inverse head and shoulders right here. Miggles chart starting to form an inverse head and shoulders in the daily. There's a chance we have bottomed out. Coinbase listing soon. And soon after that happened, I come back over to the chart. Miggles absolutely explodes out of that inverse head and shoulders. And we are on the 15-minute hour. Let's go to the daily. Miggles did an absolute crazy explosion, did a nice about 2x. And then now we're coming back down and testing out this neckline right here. So the main point I'm trying to say is there's opportunities all across the market. And I do think that these higher end, closer to blue chip meme coins are going to be the move coming on. And that's what we're going to really talk about here on the verse. And then we're also going to talk about these on Pulsechain. So long story short, guys, I think Miggles is going to do its thing. This is one that we've been talking about forever. Late night on base has been extremely bullish, and honestly, it looks great. Any thoughts on Miggles?
Yeah, man. I mean, the thing is, I think we're all looking for the next Shiba Inu. And if you're not advocating for one of these blue chip meme coins, you're probably not on the next Shiba Inu. And I'm not necessarily saying that Miggles is the next Shiba Inu, but there's already a term coined for how you're feeling about the Miggles coin, which is Migglish. There's people out here that are Migglish everywhere, all over the place, and they understand the value of this coin. They understand the value of having a meme coin that has its own intellectual property rights. This thing is going to turn into a total business, man. And so they said, I'm not a businessman. I'm a businessman. Let me handle my business. Damn. So I'm loving it. Miggles is handling their business, and I'm betting on it to be a top runner this cycle. I really am. That's where I'm at.
Yeah, gotcha. Cool. All right. Well, let's just start off, and I want to talk about the wrap pulse chart, and then we'll move over to Bitcoin Ethereum real quick. Because I haven't charted Pulsechain yet, and this is one that I meant to do, and then we'll move over to PDI. We'll talk about general markets, and then maybe talk about some meme coins at the end. So, all right. So this is what I'm seeing on the Pulse chart. Let me take off auto real quick. Which one? Is this the right one? Make sure this is the oldest LP pair before I start scribbling away. Wrap pulse from Pulsechain. Let's go. Whoa, right here. This is the one we want. Okay. And then price, market cap, good stuff. All right. So basically checking out what's going on with Pulsechain right now. What I see happening is we had this beautiful inverse head and shoulders at the beginning. And I believe part of this was due to Beirut shilling bear on crypto banter came up, and then Richard Hart started buying in right here from the OA address. So right when we tried to break out that inverse head and shoulders, we had a massive dump. We had the hex FUD and whatnot. So based on what I'm seeing the chart right now, the question is, did we catch a bottom? Because when you see a massive dump, you can do all the crazy TA you want. You can say, oh, well, there's this trading pattern, there's that trading pattern. But the main thing you want to figure out is, has this thing bottomed out yet? And just taking a look at this, we came up, we had a little bit of a pump, came back down, and then we had the what's that FUD event with Pulsechain? What's with that European
SEC?
agency saying that
Oh,
Richard
the
Hart is a
yeah.
criminal?
Interpol was saying Richard was beating little children or something. I don't know.
Yeah, so Interpol came out, said some stuff about Richard. It hasn't been necessarily verified yet whether or not he's being investigated. But long story short, that was the FUD event. And then we had this massive wick. When you get this massive wick, you always have to fill it. And what I mean by that is when this wick comes down, someone buys that, it jumps up, and then they slowly sell, 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 sell. Then we touch that wick down, and then we come back up. It's called filling the wick. You can fill the wick to the bottom side. You can also fill the wick to the upside unless it's a blow off top at the top of the bull market. Then you come back in the next market and fill it. So long story short, this wick got filled. Extremely bullish. The MACD right now, what I'm seeing right here is it's showing a cross. So when you have the MACD cross, that means the short-term volume is exceeding the long-term volume, starting to cause a price appreciation. So that means that there's more volume going in on the short time. And then the last thing I like to say is the MACD down here, it's actually bottomed out. So we bottomed out and now we jumped up. So basically down here saying Pulsechain was oversold. Now it's coming up, is trading that mid range. So what I see happening right now is there's going to be some sideways consolidation for the next couple of days. After that sideways consolidation, we're gonna have to come back up here and test this local high right up here. And I'll zoom in a second. I need to get rid of some of these charts. So we got to come up here and then test this local high, which is a massive magnet on the chart. So I'm bringing this over here. And then after that, we'll probably do some sideways consolidation. Now, most people have been saying right here, this is a shoulder, a head, and shoulder. So they're saying this is a head and shoulders. I don't think this trading pattern is going to get played out. I think after this FUD event, everybody got shooken out, and then we're just coming here and catching the bottom. So the real question is right here, the bottom of Pulsechain, right at this wick on January 13th. So we came up, bump here. This is a higher low. And I'm curious to see how the weekly close come out. Now let's take a look at the weekly. So on the weekly, this is interesting. We had a dump and then we have a spinning top doji. So on the weekly, if we close out more than 50% of this candle, that's going to be a morning star. That is a reversal. So on the weekly, we're showing signs of reversal. Now I want to check out the monthly real quick because we're getting close to a monthly close. Now, monthly is going to be interesting. If we can have a reversal by the end of this month, push up on the weekly, form that morning star, and come up here and claim 4 zeros and a 5-3, that will be a doji at the bottom, which means we're going to have a reversal on the monthly. So in my opinion, I think Pulsechain bottomed out, dude. That's what I'm seeing. That's what all the indicators are telling me. What's your thoughts?
I definitely agree. I mean, I was feeling like the chart you looked at before this was I think the weekly chart. Yeah, that weekly chart's showing me everything I need to see with that morning star coming in.
Yeah.
Yeah, that looks nice, man. We're getting close to this week close, so I'm liking that, bro.
Yeah. So overall, I mean, the Pulsechain chart looks good. It's just like the only time people like to buy stuff is right here. This is like the maxi buy zone for altcoins and meme coins. The degen buy zone is right here, and it's probably going to be right here. This is where the degens buy, right here and right here. Maxis buy up here. So if you're a degen like us, you want to consider taking positions down here. Don't be a maxi, all right? Those are the normies. You don't want to be the crowd. They are the crowd. You want to be the black sheep. You want to be the weirdo that does its own thing, because typically those weirdos make money. It is what it is. And if you don't believe me, look up Archimedes back in Syracuse during the Roman Empire. All right. So,
Hey, Chris,
yo,
you're such a weirdo, bro.
I am a weirdo. I love it. I'm cool with it. Just being a weirdo. It is what it is. Just
Weirdos
how we
that make
roll.
money. Hey, what do you know? What a concept.
I love free markets. And so
Me
does Goo
too.
God. Goo God loves free markets.
Let's go, Goo
What a
God.
concept. Shout out to Goo God. Good stuff. Are you still optimistic about Titan X? Can it recover from this? We will talk about at the end of the live stream.
I think there's only like 60% supply gone.
What? I can't
I
hear
think
you.
there's only like 60% of the supply burn, right? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. I can hear you now. Yeah, something like 60%. But we'll go
Awesome.
we'll go over it in a second. So
Okay.
let me pull up the PDI price chart, because for some reason they keep hiding it on here.
It's so hard to find on there, bro. Like,
All right, let me go to Dex Tools.
it's the worst for onboarding. I'm like, hey, check this awesome asset out that I can't even find on the deck screener.
Yeah, I'm surprised. I'm surprised I didn't even save it on this, but it is what it is. Let's see if they at least have it.
There's 163 individuals in here right now, living spirits and souls and bodies, minds, watching the verse. While Chris tries to find PDI, which it looks like he did, the DAI stablecoin chart, please smash that like button, hit the subscribe button, share this thing out. You know, all that love that you could give us. Thank you. Much appreciated. What you got there, boss? That thing looks
Yeah,
cupping.
this thing looks beautiful. Man, I really wish I had my other chart. I had so much stuff drawn, but it is what it is. All right. So we have a magnet right here. All right, we need to make this white. We need to pull it up a little bit. All right. So we have a magnet coming across here, and then we basically had to blow off top. Sami was showing the top of PDI right here, so I kind of knew that was the top, and then it came back down. Now, from this top to this bottom, so from that initial pump, we did come down, hit off the 0.236, came up, hit the 0.5, broke back down past the 0.382, and then now we're consolidating between the 0.5 and the 0.382. So what I'm seeing on the PDI chart, there's a good chance that this also bottom, and it's falling very close to what's going on with Pulsechain. And so also right here, it's showing me a cup and a handle. So you can make a case for this being the neckline right here. Let me put this in like yellow because I can't. I got my orange. I got my night mode on my screen so my eyes don't get messed up.
Looks good,
So
bro. You're saving yourself from all that bad light.
yeah. It's just hard because now my concept of colors is all jacked, but it is what it is. So if we break out of that, then we're gonna come up here and test the resistance. So how I see this playing out, and this is how these charts usually go. So there's a market maker on Pulsechain, comes in, touches, comes in, touches, makes you think it's gonna come in, come back down, and keep touching this line. From what I've seen, it usually takes 3 to 5 touches of that neckline before it starts to go. So it could come back up here and then explode, or come in and keep trading sideways. So how I see this playing out is you're going to see the chart really mess with this cup and handle and keep flirting with that neckline. And then finally, once it starts to take off, it's going to be when you least expect it. And the reason why I say this is because Wintermute's on Pulsechain, and this is what Wintermute does all the time. Look at all the charts they market make. Wintermute market makes for Miggles, they market make for Pulsechain, they market make for some of the biggest projects, and this is what they do to shake people out. Does that make sense?
100%, man. And that's the first thing I think when I'm looking at that chart this morning. I'm like, look at this cup and handle coming up to this line. It's going to pop up, retest, come back. So, yeah, and we're going to see that a lot until I think we see more macro indicators that show us that we're closer to 67X.
Yeah, and then right here, we got a cross on the MACD. So it's coming up. And because we cross, what that's telling me is we bump and then we came back down. We denied that bearish cross and then came back up. So yeah, what this is showing me is that sideways consolidation before it pops. So yeah, in my opinion, PDI did catch a bottom and it overall looks good. Now the real question is, can PDI hit $1 this market? I say yes. And my theory behind PDI hitting $1 is once we start to see a massive amount of liquidity enter Pulsechain after Ethereum tops out, PDI is going to start to run. And by the time it hits $1, that will be the end of the bull market. Why do you think that's going to be the case? Well, in this hypothetical scenario, why would you think it would make sense for PDI to be $1 at the end of the market? What do you think?
Because Pulsechain's a leverage on ETH. You need ETH to run, so then you can run that PDI, bro, and then all the Pulse coins can run later.
Right, but the main thing is if it hits $1 at the end of the market, that's when you take profit into PDI, so you can hold your assets from Pulsechain. The goal is to explode Pulsechain, and then PDI starts going to run, and then it pegs, and then once it pegs, you take all those assets, put it into PDI, so you don't leave Pulsechain, and then it's a coup matata. Because in my opinion, what people do is they'll take their stable coins out. The goal is to keep stable coins on Pulsechain. That's the theory. Keep stable coins on Pulsechain. We roll into the next market and we do it again. So it's that simple, man. So overall, I like PDI. I like Alien, Inky, PTGC. And, if you guys really want our list for Pulsechain, we play a lot of short-term plays, but, the long-term plays, I love PTGC. I love PDI, Bear, Alien, Inky. Those 5 solid bags of. And then there's a lot of like PRC 20s that we got a moon bag, and then they stacked up massively like a Tropa. So those are really great plays. Some other coins that you guys should maybe take a look at. I know I interviewed the team from Blast, great team, awesome Memecoin. That thing is actually bottomed out as well.
Under 1 mil market cap.
Yeah, about 1.2, 1.3. So take on ink. All right, give me 1 second. Let me grab my gum and then I'll do a take on ink.
All right, Chris is grabbing his gum. Let's see. Let's see, what's that? 3. So I can do this right.
By the way, I said gum just for you guys.
The gum. There's this many people in here. It's 203, not 302. I wrote it backwards. But there's 203 of you in here right now. It's very exciting. So please smash the like button, hit the share button. Last time I said that, there was 3 shares that came up. My phone vibrated 3 times. So please keep sharing this thing out. Like we said before, we're the media, and we're here to help you pump your bag. So if you have PGGC, and we talk about it on stream, or we have UFO, and you have UFO, and we talk about it on stream, it's almost like it participates in Hart's Law. Your bags go up, the bags we hold go up. It's all wonderful stuff. So yeah, share this out. That's the power of sharing.
Love it. And Goo God is not bullish on UFO. I want to repeat, Goo God does not like UFO. I'm just kidding. No. Goo God's got a great point. UFO is also a blue chip as well. UFO plays in the PTGC ecosystem. So I do think UFO is going to be a play on top of PTGC. And a lot of people are going to speculate whether or not that can reach a similar market cap to PTGC. So I'll leave you guys up to speculate. We speculate enough, so I don't want to overdo it. But yeah, guys, shout out to Goo Guy, by the way. Follow my homie. I always roast him on live stream. I feel bad.
I like it. It makes me laugh. Yesterday was hilarious with y'all with that AI, man. So all the roasting, all the better.
Yeah. All right. So Incentive token. For some reason, Maxis love incentive token, and to be honest with you, I don't really understand it. Maybe I'm just missing something, but I do think that because it's a control supply coming out, and you had to go through the Pulsex farms to get in, this would be the token that rewards the loyals. You know what I'm saying? So like the people that are diehard RH Maxis, and look, if you're a RH Maxi and you don't talk trash, I support you. I am cool with you. I'm talking about the ones that I roast are the ones that always got something to say. I go back and forth with these people all day long, so it is what it is. But long story short, this would be the token that could be potentially the biggest reward for the loyals, because only the loyals would get into the ink token. It's a farm token. Believe it or not, most farm tokens do not do well. Most yield farms collapse. Look at what happened with Pancake Swap. It went up, and then inflation came in and absolutely destroyed the entire supply. So just excuse me, just taking a look at this chart right now, it's definitely a sideways consolidation. We basically exploded up, came back down, try to hold the 0.236 fib, and now we're trading sideways over here. Now I'm going to do a flip, and I want to see if it hit a certain fib level that I always look for. Okay. So what's interesting is on a reverse fib coming down, it actually hit the 0.88 to a T. And what I noticed with this market maker, it likes to take things up all the way and then crash it down, and it usually consolidates right near the 0.88 line. So right now, what it's doing is coming up, trading sideways between the 0.618 and the 0.888. So this is sideways consolidation. Now let's take a look at the MACD. So what the MACDs tell me on the daily. So if you guys see how these like candles are really, really small and then a lot of green. So with these really, really, really small candles compared to what we've seen before over here on the right, where you saw a massive, yeah, still the same thing. So if you guys look at this chart, you see how you're seeing a massive spike in volume, especially around this area, and then sell volume. Now, what I do notice with these types of charts is when you have very small volume is trading sideways, that's like a small shakeout for all the non-believers. So, in my opinion, with this sideways consolidation, there's a good chance that we could have caught a bottom back here on September 4th, came up, traded sideways, and came down, and then now we're hitting a second bottom here. So, this is a higher low. So, in my opinion, I think Ink has bottomed out. Is doing sideways action. And obviously, the next target is going to be all-time high. So if you're interested in getting into Ink, this is probably going to be the time to do it, because with all the macro coming in the market and where we're sitting right now, I think this chart bottomed out from its wave one, and it's about to get into its wave three of Elliott wave theory. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I mean, for me, I love seeing things that you literally couldn't buy for any cheaper. So this is something great to look at right now, especially for new people to Pulsechain or people that really just want to look at core Richard Hart coins, man. Really great chart. I like seeing those a little bit higher lows there. So yeah, man, like incentive, man. I mean, Richard Hart coins really can't go wrong with.
Yeah. I mean, the RSI looks good because you see how it's like trading sideways right here, and it's sitting at the middle. So it's telling me that it's not like oversold or overbought. So it's telling me it's going sideways consolidation. Usually when the RSI really, really low, it's an indicator that, hey, this thing is a little bit oversold. So yeah, man. I mean, it looks good. Weekly looks pretty awesome. I mean, weekly it looks exactly like the Pulsechain chart.
Yeah,
We
yeah.
caught
Hmm.
we caught a doji at the bottom, and we could get a potential morning star. So, oh, good guy brought up a great point. Ink is an exit for massive whales without cooking the core charts. They love it because they need you to love it too. That's a good point. I didn't think about that. I did not think about that. No Spoon, what's up, brother? I love No Spoon's in every single live stream, man. I love this
Wasn't he
guy.
just in
So,
the stream you just came from? He was just in the stream you just came from getting his comments on the screen.
what's up?
He was just in the stream you just came out of.
Yeah, yeah.
That dude's everywhere. Degen.
Yeah, they like Ink because because it was at 20K on testnet. Yep. I swear, you know, I'm okay with saying this because I'm at the point where I just don't care anymore. There's something about Pulsechain testnet that broke so many people. Like their expectations for price is it's crazy. Like they actually think that some of these coins are going like Pulsechain could go to like $10 or $100 or something. I don't know. I wasn't doing testnet because I was degenning. So it is what it is. I'm telling you guys just so you know, because if they have these crazy unrealistic expectations, then you can use that as market sentiment for how Pulsechain's doing. Because I remember in the last market, a lot of these guys won't tell you this because when Hex did a 10,000x and it reached, what was it, like 50 cents, 54 cents or something, right after when that happened, everybody was saying Hex is going to go to $369 a token because it's the same price appreciation of Bitcoin. That you have this high, crazy price target, and people sit there and they hold and they wait for it. But in reality, it just wasn't a great target to expect. So when you have these high expectations and these crazy price targets, it's not going to work out. So what do? We just listen to what you guys say. And when all you guys are bullish, we do the complete opposite. When you guys are all bearish, we start buying. It's so simple. It's so fantastical. It's easy. So, but I'm not talking about like the guys who view this live stream. I'm talking like people who don't watch this live stream and they're all over Twitter being emotional. So,
I know you're talking about, Chris, and I'm not going to name drop them, but I will give a clue to those that like to dig. And some of the people Chris is talking about, their name is in the credits of The Highest of Stakes, the movie.
there you go.
That's for you diggers.
Yep. All right. So we went through a couple coins. Yeah, let's talk about Bitcoin. We'll do Bitcoin, ETH, and BTC dominance because I won't spend too much time on this because I want to get on meme coins. So let's take a look at what's happening on the Bitcoin price chart. All right, so we have a massive flag coming in. I had a couple scenarios drawn out here. I had to get rid of them because it was on the other live stream. But long story short, we came out, broke out of the flag, came back, tested that breakout. So you see here, we had a breakout test, came back out, broke out again, and now we're starting to form what I call the W pattern. So it comes up, forms a W, comes out, bam, see you later. So it's called the W pattern, the win pattern, the W pattern. So based off of this, I do think we're going to break out of this bull flag on the daily. Now let's translate over to the weekly chart. Why am I drawing stuff? Weekly chart looking awesome. Looks beautiful. So came back out, broke out the flag. And then if we get a weekly close outside this flag and then a second weekly close, price discovery on, baby. So chart looks good. Absolutely love it. We've been in this range for how many weeks? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this is like a little bit over a month. The worst range I will tell you that we were in was in this flag. This flag was terrible. Being in this range, I mean, well, we had fun because we were trading meme coins, but everybody was crying the entire time. How many months was this? Yeah, this was almost 6 months. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, this is like 7 months right here. The one that we're up here, man, we basically just did one massive green candle, a small little doji to fake you out, make you think that the market's over, and then boom, another green one. I think the last time something like this happened, let me see. I'm pretty sure I've seen this before. All right. So check this out. If you guys go back to the 2017 market, about right here, at the time it was August, right? You see that little doji and then a massive green candle.
Mhm.
We are right here. We are right here. This is where we're at. And then now we're starting to get into the next phase. That's what I firmly believe. Now, speaking of yeah, that's I'll leave it at that. So cool. So overall, man, I mean, Bitcoin looks good, dude. Just trading sideways. We still have that 130K target. Now, I want to make something clear. With this 130K target, And I need to go back to see where we got that target because no, it wasn't from, yeah, it was from here. So this 130K target, we got it from just tracing this as like a massive cup and handle right here. And you put it up here, boom, 130K target. So when we hit this range, it's going to be extremely important you stay vigilant because a lot of people are going to start calling the top and they're going to try to start shorting it right here and saying that this is the top of Bitcoin. And it could be, that is within the realm of possibility, but just keep in mind it might not. It might go a little bit higher to wreck all those shorts. So when you see 130K, you should be watching the charts carefully. Be careful who you listen to because that's going to get really crazy and crypto Twitter is going to probably go absolutely bonkers. And then also, in my opinion, that's when we're going to start to see altcoin season run. So cool. Any thoughts on Bitcoin?
Yeah, honestly, bro, this is the conversation that I've been wanting to have with you today. Check it. I know he said the 130K target, but can we even speculate anymore with the macro, bro? Like, can we truly give a real target? I mean, we got Larry Fink coming on and saying today that if everyone in their portfolio were to allocate 2% into Bitcoin, that the price is going to be $700,000. So I think I'm starting to get into that goo god camp of this thing is going to be real tough to track, bro.
Yeah, no, 100% it will be. And the one thing I just want to be careful, want everybody to know to be careful about. The reason why they put up these crazy unrealistic price targets, remember that Hex example I told you? Hex going to
Mm-hmm.
369. They're doing it.
Yup.
They're doing this to you guys all over again. They're telling you that Bitcoin's going to $500,000. They'll tell you XRP is going to $10,000 a coin. They'll say Ethereum's going to $50,000 a coin. This is all mind control. It's like I don't want to get into the conspiracies because we're on YouTube, but the main point I'm trying to say is if you go up to somebody and you tell them over and over and over again for 1 month straight, you're dumb, you're dumb, you're dumb, you're dumb, you're dumb. Sooner or later, they're going to believe it. Or you go up to a different person and say, you're smart, you're smart, you're smart. Every single day for a month straight, they will start to believe it. So, what are they doing? They are programming you right now to think that this market is going to go to this crazy valuation so that you don't exit your bags. Does that make sense?
100%, bro. And that's exactly why I wanted to stop at this 130K price target because this has always been our conservative target. And this is a part of the target where I know that we're going to make smart moves. So I want our audience to know that. And I want them to know how long that 130K target has been there. And we've been talking about it since May of 2024.
Right. 100%. And it was a phenomenal point, Trey. And the big thing I just want to say is at the 1.618, that's where we're sitting at right now. That's why we stopped here. Now, the market maker is going to bring up 230K. I can already tell because if you guys look at the fib extensions, the breakout levels are almost to a T on the fib extension. And this was from the previous top. I firmly believe this top right here was just manipulation. So we go to that 130K mark, and then we come up here, and the next one's going to be the 170K. There is a chance we could go to 170K. I do believe that. I do that. That is within the realm of possibility. Richard Hart thinks we're going up to about 222K. That's where he thinks where this thing is going to hit. So what I will say is we'll be here and we'll be talking about each of these fib levels coming up. And as we start to hit them, we'll analyze whether or not that's going to be the top or whatnot. So, like I said, guys, get ready for under 30K because when it happens, man, it's going to get crazy and people are going to try to shake you out. All right, let's go over to Ethereum because for some reason everybody keeps saying Ethereum is dead. It's over. I'm selling everything and going over to Cardano. It's just like, okay, that's fine. I'll buy your bags and your future. So I'm
Give me
cool
that
with it.
future.
I'm not going to rush you guys because actually, I'm cool with it because I'm just going to do the opposite. So I am extremely bullish on Ethereum. I think Ethereum's going to take everybody surprise. I think Rand Neuner is going to cope so hard It's gonna be fantastical. So I'm gonna move this over real quick. So where are we sitting at Ethereum? The market maker right now is it's basically gonna it's in a flag pattern. And once we start to break out this flag, it's going to show you a cup and handle. So there's this neckline right here at about 38K, 3,800. It's going to come up here, touch that, and then it's going to do this thing where it keeps touching that cup, that neckline, and then it's going to break out. But what happened earlier is we broke out this flag, doji broke back down. So we're still in this flag trading pattern. So in my opinion, this is another accumulation zone. This is another place where you can take a look at Ethereum memes, because when this starts this parabolic run up, Ethereum meme coins are going to be the move in this case. Now, let me take a look at the daily. There's one concern I have about Ethereum, and I want to put this out here just so everybody's aware. You see this wick right here?
Mm-hmm. Feeling that.
There's a chance that we might need to fill that wick. I don't think so, because if I go across here, we got a bunch of trading resistance right here, and then we also have some back here in July 2024. But if we break down, I do think the lowest will go. It's going to be 2,909 within this flag pattern, and then that's when we will probably bounce up. So keep in mind, keep an eye out for that wick, because I do think there might be one last little FUD event or whatever coming across. So cool. All right. Any last thoughts on Ethereum?
I'm already thinking about meme coins, dude.
Love it. All right, Bitcoin dominance. This is interesting. Bitcoin dominance right now is showing an inverse head and shoulders and a cup and handle on the it's showing a cup and handle, and then it's also showing an inverse head and shoulders, which is actually pretty funny. So what Bitcoin dominance is telling you right now is that this thing could come back up and touch 60K. So basically it's coming up trading. We broke some resistance right now. So what this is telling me in next move. So we have a top here, and then we broke through. So because we broke this is actually indicating that we could potentially come up and come close to 60%. So how this could play out is Bitcoin moves, Bitcoin dominance starts to skyrocket up to 60%. We do have a gnarly wick right here that we could come in and fill. And then we'll have another top, and this will be a double top and then a breakdown, how I see this playing out. I don't see us coming up and testing, what was it, 61%? So, and I want to move this over here because I believe, yeah, this is where it's supposed to be. This is the top of altcoin season. So we are in altcoin season right now. So, yeah, man, that's my thoughts on Bitcoin dominance. What's your thoughts on this?
I think Bitcoin dominance is the meanest and hardest chart to chart in all of crypto, Chris, and I'm proud of you for trying.
Yeah, this one's hard, man. This one's hard. I mean, we did hit a death cross earlier, but I'm really curious now. Let's see what that death cross looks like. All right. We'll look at this and then we'll get into some meme coins. Oh, dude, look at this. Oh, no. No, look at this.
Trying to come back up.
Yeah, if this touches, it could cross here. So that's a death cross, come across the board, touch again, and then that'll be golden cross, and then come back down, then cross. So yeah, man, that's pretty gnarly. Dang. I'll give props to whoever was able to predict that, because that is gnarly. Let's take a look at it. I mean, you can make a case. Let's see. Let's see what happened. Yeah. Oh, God, I hate this. Yeah, cross here, came back up, death cross. Yeah. Because that was the golden cross, and then did it once and then broke down. So yeah. Yeah, something like that hasn't happened before. So is what it is. All right, let's talk about meme coins.
Let's go. Dude, start with 4, bro.
4. Yes. Got to talk about 4 because Locoto shielded it. So we'll talk about 4. And this is actually one we're in as well. I really like, holy cow.
Respect the pump.
I need to add this to the watch list. So if you guys have been on my Twitter, this is a project we have talked about multiple times in the past. Oops.
Oh, he's showing it. Baron Trump just had this many up. He's like this.
Yeah, 4.
Yeah, he was like this, bro.
Oh god.
There you go, guys. There's a 4 meme right there. Go ahead and make it.
Oh, dude, that's so true. Dude, look at that. Baron Trump is shilling 4. Breaking news. Baron Trump is shilling 4. I'm just kidding. Don't sue us for that. It's a joke. I swear, dude. Someone their legal team is probably like, yo,
Yep.
what are these guys
Watching
doing?
now.
They're probably
Yep,
watching
watching
this
right now.
All right, so I give you guys the list of meme coins that we're looking at, and we're gonna add some stuff to it later on in the future. Now, where is it? Right here. So yeah, Titan X, Morph, Miggles, Toki, 4, PTGC, Alien, Beamcat, etc., etc. So 4, what's going on with the 4 meme coin? This thing is in the box of opportunity, like we talked about in the past. And it's basically trading sideways. So you see how these candles are really small? This is just sideways consolidation. RSI jumped up on the daily. So based on what I'm seeing with Ford, this thing looks like it's about to bottom out, or what it might do is continue to trade sideways at a higher range. But ultimately came all the way down here. Boom. See you later. So this could be a bottom indicator for the 4 meme coin. I absolutely love it. Let's look at some fib levels. I'm really curious to see the fibs. Whoa. Okay. Fib levels do not like me. So it is what it is. Yeah. So we definitely exploded way down past this original one. Let's look at this. Let's look at this original height right here. Yeah. So it definitely came down in oversold territory. So yeah, like I said, guys, we're trading sideways coming across. We do have a magnet right here at 0.01548. What I do notice is there is a market maker in this token. You see how you have these gnarly wicks? You have a buy, then sell, 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 buy, sell, 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 buy. These you see these like green candles?
Mm-hmm.
That's a market maker in this project. And me and Guga were investigating this. So I think someone wants this thing to pump. I really do. I really do. Just like if you look at this chart and you look at these gnarly wicks and sell-offs, either someone's just playing around and testing a new piece of technology, or this thing's about to do its thing and start gig ascending. So I think it's going to be a great play on top of BNB. 4 is the meme behind CZ. You saw Baron Trump had 4 in that photo, so it is a sign. So
Hey, Chris, give me a sec, bro. Keep running, and I got to get my laptop charged. I didn't realize I was about to be dead.
you're good. All right. So next thing we need to talk about. We need to talk about Teddy Bear. Teddy Bear has been absolutely smashing it. This chart looks beautiful. So if I come over here and just take a look, we had a massive bounce. What this is showing me is we're actually entering wave 1 of Elliott wave theory. So we have wave 1 coming down, and now we're about to start wave 3, 4, and then 5. So one thing that I noticed on a lot of these Pulsechain charts, a lot of these altcoins and meme coins are starting to bottom out. And because they're starting to bottom out, we're getting to the next leg up, and we're going to start to see Pulsechain explode. Plus, everything's really bullish in the Pulsechain ecosystem. So came up, came down, potential bottom right here at was it 7 zeros and a 4.8. Now we're coming across, and what I'm seeing is a beautiful cup and handle that's forming on most charts on Pulsechain. So yeah, man, this is a great chance getting a Teddy Bear. It's sitting at a $75 million market cap. I see this thing going to billions. I honestly do believe that Teddy Bear could have hit a $7.5 billion evaluation if this turns out to be the number one meme coin. So
It's got to be there on Pulsechain already. I think the top coin on Pulsechain's already out. I don't think it's going to be in that later run. So I definitely would be speculating on it now.
yeah. All right, cool. So that was Teddy Bear. What's another one? I'm gonna talk about Inky. All right. So if you guys listened to us, you would have gotten in Pete Iotropa in the beginning. You would have gotten into Teddy Bear at the beginning. You would have gotten into UFO. What's another one? I got into UpX. A lot of these big Pulsechain meme coins. So I'm gonna tell you about this one token that I think has the potential to go absolutely crazy. The dev is awesome. I've spoken to the dev, really, really great dude. And in my opinion, this is going to be a token that's going to take a lot of people by surprise. It's called Enki. And this is something we've been shilling hardcore. So Enki down here formed a cup and handle, God candle, all the way up. And I think that was like a $1.3 million market cap. Had a little bit of a dump, and now we're starting to catch a bottom with Enki. Let me see the bottom. Yeah, so we came back down, blew past the 0.38T, 0.382, caught a bottom, and now we're starting to see a beautiful potential morning star. Now I'm going to take a look at the daily. The daily showing that cup and handle pattern. So this is being reflected on most Pulsechain charts. So I think it's safe to say most Pulsechain altcoins and meme coins have bottomed out. So I see it on every single chart. This little cup and handle. So just based off of this, if Inky were to run, I'll give you guys a price target. I think for the next leg up on Inky, it would be safe to say we'll probably shoot for something at 4 zeros and 1 5. And I believe that's close to, why did I click that? And if I recall, that's going to be close to a $10 million market cap. So yeah, I think Enki is going to hit a $10 million market cap once it starts to go. So just my thoughts. Some things I also point out is we do have a magnet right here that we have to come up and test. So there's going to be some resistance right up here. But if we clear this resistance and get into price discovery, it's going to get stupid. So any thoughts on Enki?
Enki is my number one shill. I'm not gonna lie, because I have to onboard brand new people to Pulsechain all the time. That's literally like what I'm doing. Most of my time now is onboarding people, and they love Inky. 19-year-olds can understand Inky in about 15 minutes, bro. Can you believe that?
Yeah, that's crazy.
Like, so this is a
Well,
perfect onboarding tool.
yeah, I agree. Sharknado, the one thing I want to say about Enki is it has 140K in liquidity and the market cap's 914. So that's like 15%. So the liquidity is actually not bad. It's actually not bad. But if you're saying like you want the liquidity higher, then that's going to have to come with the market cap. So I think overall the liquidity looks good in my opinion. So, and keep in mind, there's an auto LP on this token. So for every transaction, a small fee is used to burn LP from the Enki to the Rat Pulse token in the V1 pool. So, all right. What else? What else we looking for?
Bro, let's look at the BFF chart, dude. I like some of the things Zach was saying about it earlier. Let's take a look back at it. I want to see the levels, man. I want you to chart that thing out.
So it's forming that cup and handle that we see on all these charts, man.
Hey, showing us
Yeah,
the state of Pulsechain, baby. I love it.
yeah, it's basically forming. Yeah, it's forming that cup and handle, and this chart is very, very reflective of what's. Ooh, this isn't even the oldest one. Make sure I get the oldest one. Give me 1 second. There we go. So $6.8 million market cap. Yeah. Oh yeah, this one we bought really early. This was like at $20 or something crazy. But but yeah, so this came up, formed its wave one, came back down. We had a little bit of retracement. The retracement for this came down, blew past 0.32, flirted with the 0.236, but got front ran, came up, rejected 0.5, came up. Yeah, so it's just another cup and handle. So this is following what's going on with Pulsechain. So I think BFF potentially bombed out as well. And I do think that this is a great play within the Atropa ecosystem because what's the goal for this token to get to 1 million a token or something?
1 million a token, but from what I'm understanding after some research I'm reading on Zach today is this token can go real high. So yeah, I think $1 million was the first initial target, and now the way it's playing into the infrastructure, looking like it may be able to soar past that. So an exciting development in the BFF news, which is why I want to bring it on today and just remind people about this coin. It's forgotten, I think, pretty often, but it was pretty potent to me when I first saw it, and I know what it's going to do. So exciting,
Yep.
dude.
Yep. So yeah, so those are some of our favorite plays with Pulsion. Oh, let me talk about PTGC and then we'll talk about Tie next because all you guys want me to talk about Tie next, so we will talk about Tie next. Whoa. Hey, look at that. PTGC's and price discovery. Hey, look at this. I even gave you guys a box of opportunity right here. Came in, trade sideways. I gave you a box of opportunity right here. Right here. And now it's blowing past it. It's forming that same exact pattern on the Bitcoin price chart. So based on what I'm seeing with PTGC, man, this is a confirmed breakout. Came in, form a cup and handle. It's very hard to do TA on the PTGC chart because this thing literally just goes up. So I don't like if someone's like a TA wizard behind PTGC, more power to you. But based on what I'm seeing, dude, this thing's going to price discovery, $204 million market cap. I think it's going to $1 billion. I'm going to call that right now. PTGC is going to $1 billion. That's where I see it hitting.
One Billy, let's go. The alien coins. Congrats to those devs over there, man. Those guys have been in this thing in the trenches since PDI came out.
Dude, I love PTGC, man. This is a phenomenal protocol. And dude, man, I love going back to this arrow because I haven't removed this arrow. I love showing people this. This is where we bought PTGC. Right here. This little green arrow. This little look at that right here. What is that? It was 6 zeros and a 382. This is where we got in. So
Beautiful.
I wonder if I can put that
Congratulations.
on log. So where is that from when we got in? That was I wonder if this is going to be accurate. A 1342x.
1300X is on the verse. Confirmed. Backlogged.
1300x right there. 1300x. And we actually called it on this live stream. 1300x right here on this live stream. So main point I'm trying to get across is some of the projects we tell you guys about on Pulsechain. Like, I mean, I could come here and do the outrage marketing and sit here and do the whole Rich Hart character. I don't want to do. I like to talk about smart stuff and stuff that we're looking at. But long story short, we look at plays, we look at gyms. Do some of them play out really well? Yes. Do some of these fail? Of course. But at the end of the day, we're showing you guys what we're seeing in the market before the big guys come in and take a look at it. Nobody's talking about four. Nobody was talking about Miggles until we talked about it with late night on base on the next layer, and it started going crazy. Bill even talked about how he almost capitulated and sold the bottom. And me and Guga were giving him crap for it, and that's when we knew that was the bottom signal. So the main point I'm trying to get across is the shout out to Late Night on Base, man. That's my homie, great guy. Guys, please follow Bill at Late Night on Base on X So long story short, this is where you can come to find gems. And Goo God's in the chat. All my friends are in the chat. They're always shilling stuff back and forth. Sometimes they shill some really weird stuff. So I love it, man. So
hey, quick question on that PTGC charge. I just want you to look at one more thing, bro.
yeah.
How many X's from now until $1 billion market cap so we can have that pinned down?
5x.
5X's?
From right now, PTGC, if it does a 5x from right here,
from 200 mil market cap. So there you go, folks. That's a long-term possible 5x.
So 0.0042 right here, 0.004201. That would be $1 billion market cap PTGC.
Let's go.
Right here. $1 billion market cap PTGC is going to be right here once we hit that thing. And then next question is 10 billion. That's the big question. Can it go to 10 billion? So I'm going to be really excited to speculate. And like I said, guys, I love PTGC. I think Enki as that flavor on top of PTGC was designed to help out the ecosystem. Same with UFO, same with Alien. And like I said, you don't have to get every single alien coin. We have every single alien coin, but if you want to gamble one or maybe just grab two, it is what it is. Not financial advice. That's up to you. So, all right, good stuff. All right, so I had some questions about Titan X. We need to talk about. So I saw some people in the chat. What's up? Trust Titan X plan. Shout out to you, my brother. Always good to see you. Always in the chat. Shout out to Utah Crypto. Just saying hi to some of my big Titan X fanatics. So here's the deal with Titan X. I keep seeing this, and everyone on Titan X right now is they're engagement farming, right? So they're putting out posts trying to get a reaction from you. They're saying I sold everything. I'm going on to Cardano, or I did this and I did that, or they're attacking us for playing meme coins. We had a few people come at us for buying meme coins, but in reality, we've been meme coining for 3 years straight. Like, this isn't a surprise. Like, we bought PTGC before we got into Titan X. So I don't know where the disconnect comes in. Maybe you didn't get enough tension when you're younger. I don't know what it is. But the main point I'm trying to get across is we play with meme coins, and some people didn't like that. But what I want to say about Titan X, it's just another downturn. We saw this thing go absolutely crazy in the beginning. It came back to life. Projects were popping off left and right. And then now we bombed out again. Do I think it's over? No. The one indicator that I would look for, if you're in Titan X and this is your thing, if the buy and burn runs dry, that is when Titan X is going to be over. From my understanding, was it like 10 million ETH in the buy and burn?
Dude, there's like $15 million of ETH still in the buy and burn, man. There's 60% something of the plot supply is either held by Titan X protocols or burnt already. Guys, you just need to understand simple supply and demand.
Yeah. That's the main point I'm just trying to get across. Like, everyone keeps saying, is it over? Is it over? I'm like, bro, this is a bottom signal. Like, anytime you come up to me, you keep saying, is it over? Is it over? Should I sell? Should I sell? In my mind, I'm thinking, dang, I got to start looking at some stuff right now. But hold on, let me see if I can bring this up.
And we got 300 in the chat right now. 300 in the chat. You know what? I think 300 won the battle at Thermopylae versus all those Persians for quite some time. So let's hold out. 300 of us. Smash that like button and let's hold Thermopylae.
Yeah. So main point I'm trying to say is, look, you got 44% burn off the market. If you come down here to the buy and burn, there's a little buy and burn tab. There's, what was it, like 15 million in the buy and burn. I don't know when this is going to get activated. Maybe it get activated tomorrow. Maybe it gets activated in a couple weeks or days. I have no idea. I don't talk to Jake on a regular basis. I have no clue. So you're not going to get any special information from me. But the long story short, I want to get across is the only time I ever made money was when you had a project that everyone thought was dead, and then I went in and got in and positioned myself accordingly. I never made money off of a hype coin. I never made money chasing green candles. And so that's the main point I'm trying to get across. If you're a green candle chaser, You should change your entire mentality. You should never chase green candles, just like you should never chase girls at a bar. That is bad. That is bad behavior. So, main point I'm trying to get across is there's so many good protocols. Alien X, Morpheus, Matrix, Inferno. There's 20 really good protocols built on top of Titan X. Now's the time to take a look at them. It's that simple. Any thoughts, Trey?
Yeah, man. So many hard workers on the Titan X protocol and the Titan X ecosystem for people to be crapping all over the ecosystem, man. If you don't understand this ecosystem by now and you have a green circle around your PFP and you're whining or engagement farming on Twitter, stop. Just stop. We need positive information about Titan X out there. That's it. That's all you need to put. That's how you work for your bags. So that's what I feel about Titan X. I love the protocol. Still really enjoying the TA on it. And yeah, I'm excited to see what the catalysts do in the future.
Yeah, exactly. And if we just look at the chart or whatever, I saw one guy who was like bragging. He's like, "I told you guys that Titan X was going to crash." I was like, "Bro, get out of here, man. Just stop, man." The reason why Titan X is forming this pattern. I mean, to be honest with you, you could call this a falling wedge at this point. I'm gonna get rid of all this, all this TA. You can call this like a falling wedge, in a sense. It's a very weird looking falling wedge coming across. I know Bill would probably draw this if he was in TA. So you see the wedge coming down, and we're just waiting for a break and to go. And I think part of the reason why is because we don't have the buy burn activated. That's just the simple short of it. So you can do all the crazy TA on it, but at the end of the day, that's the main thing it's missing. It needs that sort of liquidity going into the ecosystem. So that is up to you if you want to make that bet and or gamble. So
Yeah, Jake put
cool.
out a macro cryptic tweet for you guys yesterday about his timing, just so that he can basically give you a little pat on the butt, make you know that everything's okay, you're gonna be all right, and that we still have a buy and burn. There's still Dragon X. There's still lots of different things going on. So Hydra Protocol, come on, man. Once these miners become profitable again, this thing is gonna go crazy, and it's gonna be your favorite protocol once again. So
Yeah.
yeah, that's my two cents on it.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen it. The difference between us and a lot of guys in crypto is we can remember what happened 2 seconds in the past. Most of these guys will do something they'll forget. Like a lot of people forget that FTX caused the Solana collapse, right? A lot of people forget the was it the Japanese yen carry trade. Like they forget about these things, and it's crazy. I've never seen anything like it. I feel like I'm actually am living in the matrix because everyone's going through their coding. I'm seeing her. I'm like, yo, this happened, and they act like, oh yeah, nothing happened. So it is what it is. I don't know if I made that. No. Let me back up. Sometimes I feel like I'm living the matrix because I tell them about past events that have happened, and they act like it's never happened before, and that's what really blows my mind. So
Yeah, you can lead a horse to water, buddy, but hey, can't make him drink. And look, are we done with all our coins? Because I don't think we are, bro. I got one that's hot on my tongue.
all right, this will be the last one.
Yes, let's go. We cannot finish this live stream without talking about rabies. Rabies, rabies. You know what? I got bit and now I got rabies. I got to talk about it. I got to get, it's just the only place I can talk about it.
Ready, rabies. Here we go. So, what do I see on the rabies chart? That is forming. So that was your box of opportunity that I had up right here. I'm gonna get rid of it real quick. Actually, I'm gonna move it over here. So this is forming an Adam and Eve. So Adam, Eve, faked out that neckline, came up, tested it, broke back down, and so it's touching and it's flirting with this neckline. So if we break out of this pattern, the target that we'll probably reach, it's going to be this resistance up here. Now I want to pull up some moving averages real quick. So the ones that I like to do are going to be the 8, the 13. And then I usually like to do the 50. All right. So here's what I'm seeing right now. We had a cross on the 8 and 13 right here. So after that cross, exploded. Now, sorry, someone called me. So now we're starting to see the 50 come down here, and we're hitting a cross on the 50 on this back test. So this can mean one of two things. Come back down, sideways consolidation, because we did hit a bearish cross from the 50 to actually, wait, no, excuse me. I'm sorry. I had that backwards. So we had the 8 cross the 50, which is actually extremely bullish. Now, what that means is we will see a back test, but if we continue to see that 8 cross above the 50 and keep going, that's going to be extremely bullish. And it's telling me that the short-term volume is exceeding the long-term volume. Does that make sense?
That's exactly what I'm seeing. Srey asked me to pull up my Ichimoku chart, and I'm seeing the exact same thing, looking like maybe for the next 12 to 16 hours we trade sideways, but then, like you said, the buys are exceeding the sells. So I think we could maybe see this thing jump up out of that cloud. Did you see it drop? See that cloud drops off huge?
Yeah, touch dropped down. Now it's going below the moving average. So yeah, we could get a potential base reversal based on Ichimoku cloud. So
Nice, man. Cool.
yeah, it's
Well,
looking
looks like
good.
Raby, good position, man.
Yeah, Rabies also has a bunch of liquidity with Megals. So
Ooh, that sounds significant.
yeah, so you come over to Rabies and then yes, it has about 15K worth of liquidity, and then it's got 33K with wrapped ETH. So there's a lot of liquidity with Megal. So if Megal starts running, Rabies is going to run as well. So
Woo!
all right, man. Well, that's all I got. So
Chris, you've been streaming, you've been killing it. I've been seeing all your tweets. We've been out here tweeting. I got 2 guys in the back room right now being Sol degens. They come up on a Sol meme coin this morning, some TikTok meme coin. Look, the degens, we're at it, bro, and we are going to keep grinding. We appreciate all y'all for coming in today. There's 320. It always seems like at the end, people just start piling in. Chris, why do you think that is, man?
I don't know, man. They just missed out on the alpha. I guess you got to watch the rerun. So
Run it back, just like we will next week, probably the same time here, folks. Until then, check us out on the verse. Check out the next layer with Chris and Bill on Wednesdays. Be looking out for Miggle's tweets, all kinds of things. Look, if we tweet something that you have in your bag, retweet it, share it out, like it, love it, send it. That's you going to work for your bags. Thanks, guys. Peace.